Hello, everybody. Welcome to the review. It is 11:21 p.m. Came out of theater not too long ago after watching Transformers: Rise of the Beast. And without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss what I thought about this film. The Transformers cinematic franchise obviously has experienced its sense of bumpy roads here and there. The first three, directed by Michael Bay, are guilty pleasures of mine, despite what many people may believe when it comes to Michael Bay as a filmmaker. You cannot deny the fact that his technological advancements, along with the visualization and the innovative techniques he utilized in bringing the Transformers to life on the big screen in 2007, is an accomplishment that can never be taken away from him. I've always believed and found him to be a very capable director. You know what you're getting from him. Of course, the last two Transformers that he directed, Age of Extinction and The Last Night, were, for lack of a better term, you began to experience the loss of passion within him. It became longer, more meandering, focusing more on humans rather than the robots. Bumblebee, for the solo film, was very good, a massive improvement from the predecessors. Rise of the Beast, there was this hesitation within me as I was very concerned, considering that I have never watched Beast Wars. Don't know anything about the storylines, never had any type of real familiar connection with it. My expertise when it came to the Transformers universe was the 80s cartoon, the 80s animated feature, along with the Hasbro toys, and of course, the 80s Transformers, the movie animated film, which is still, in my opinion, the greatest Transformers film of all time. If you have not watched it, please do. Great music associated with it. It's still the greatest Transformers film of all time, in my opinion. So with this film, there was certain concerns that I had. Number one, Michael Bay's films were focusing more on the humans rather than the robots. Now, with this one, what I found appreciative the most was how you were able to tell the Autobots, the Terracons, and the Maximals. Michael Bay's Transformers with the Autobots and the Decepticons, whenever there was a battle, it became one giant cinematic metallic mess. You could not tell who was who. And here your eyes are darting all over the place because every single one of the robots on the screen looked the same. Rise of the Beast presents this unique and precise presentation of being able to tell who's who, seeing the colors and being able to see Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Mirage, along with the Terracons and RC. You see the Maximals. It's nice to be able to witness the full color scheme and looking like they're looking like Autobots, looking like the alien robots that we are familiar with. And that's what makes it so special, in my opinion. It's not that the Terracons look like something that would be Decepticons. The Maximals look like something that would be from Beast Wars. And you have Unicron, menacing the galaxies in the distance. It's nice to be able to witness, actually have that. With this storyline, you have the Autobots joining forces with the Maximals, taking on the Terracons in order to prevent Unicron from eradicating the world. Elena and Noah, being the two human characters within this story, come across this artifact that the Terracons are attempting to retrieve in order to grant Unicron limitless power to continue his dominance over the world. And from then on out, the story is very fairly formulaic. It's predictable, but at the same time, it's still unique and exciting, and it provides a fresh perspective on the Transformers universe, which is a massive improvement from what came before. Uh, so, having said that, the you're not going to receive any type of real tour de force acting when it comes to these type of films. Hate to say it, but that's the truth. We simply do not care about the humans. We want to see the giant robots on the big screen. That's where our attention is, and that's what really draws the audience. And despite the fact that even though the focus on the human characters doesn't necessarily detract from the story in and of itself, my dream is to have a 2 hour plus Transformers film taking place in Cybertron or wherever in space, and without any type of human characters. I understand that in the original animated series there were human characters that were associated with them, but you need, just from my personal opinion, it would be nice to just simply have one human character and that's it. The rest of them are just giant robots. That's what needs to happen. But other than that, it was still great. It was still something exciting and fresh and fun. Great emotional beats, interesting product placements within the story, within the film, along with the fact there's references to, say, the animated series, Beast Wars. I'm assuming great callbacks to even the animated movie that I mentioned earlier. So it was very. It just gave me a true sense of what it meant to be a Transformers fan, and that's what this film provides. There's nothing wrong with the obvious fan service that's being provided, because it's all about presenting the fan. It's all about embracing the fan service while at the same time introducing the audience to a new perspective of Transformers, and having Peter Cullen return with the iconic voice as Optimus Prime is still just one of the greatest experiences for myself as someone who grew up watching these animated series and had the Optimus Prime. I can remember as a kid, if you had the Optimus Prime action figure, you were literally the coolest kid in the school. No one could touch you. No one could even say anything to you. That's what made it so special. And there's also some interesting emotional beats. It does get dark and heavy, along with the fact that with the Terracons included, there is a unique cinematic approach to the horror genre, where it does get very creepy and intense with with usage of atmosphere and making the Terracons that much more menacing and vicious. It's not also villains are villains in this film. They're absolutely reprehensible. That's again such a welcome treat. It's time to move away from the villains having some form of sympathetic qualities. Now we need villains that are villains. We need villains that we want to root against, and that's another approach that this film does amazingly well. The humor is great. There's intensity. There's suspense. The action is wonderful. Even the final sequence, it was like a dream come true for me. As far as childhood is concerned, it just does an amazing job at capturing Transformers action faithfully. Is how it should look. You should be able to tell who is the Autobots, who are the Terracons, who are the Maximals. That's what it's all about, and this film delivers that in spades. The only thing that I have a complaint about, and it's a minor one, and I hope that this doesn't take it down because I do not own the music, but this needs to be included in the sequel. It is the Transformers theme song performed by the heavy metal band Lion from the 80s. This needs to be included in the sequel, in my opinion. Make it happen, please. As I said, I don't own the music. So for my final review of Transformers Rise of the Beast, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. Simply because if that song was in this film, it would be a 10 out of 10. But other than that, it is still a great time. I highly recommend it. Great for children. There's a few bits of innuendo and language here and there, but other than that, nothing that's too traumatic or violent for them. They will love it. In my eyes. Be sure to stay for the scene during the credits as well. It is all I can say is after watching it, I thought, let's go, let's do it. Please be successful so we can get this sequel and have the crossover happen, because it needs to. 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up. Highly recommend it. If you have watched it, let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. Visit me on Facebook and my Discord server if you're interested in having a chat with me. That is my review of Transformers Rise of the Beast. Be sure to be on the lookout for The Flash that's coming out this Friday. Take care and peace out.